Hey everybody, this is KalciumGaming, and today I'm going to give you 2 reasons why you should not buy Google Glass. Okay, so right now I have some Titanfall gameplay on the screen. It's nothing special, and this is it's a serious topic today, so I won't get into the gameplay too much. So, this commentary was actually inspired by, I saw on YouTube, I was watching videos, and I saw an ad for Google Glass. It's the Explorer Edition is essentially a limited, they put out a limited supply of Google Glass. Google Glass is that the correct plural? I don't know. Google Glass is on April 15th. They're putting out a limited supply, and at first when I heard about Google Glass, because I originally heard about Google Glass quite a while ago actually, and I was excited for it. I wanted a pair of Google Glasses just because I thought the whole concept was cool, and I'd be lying if I said I don't still think the whole concept is cool, because I do. It seems pretty cool to have like a smartphone on my face, pretty much. But recently I've been more aware of surveillance on the internet, and not that I have anything to hide, but I would like to stay private where I should be private, the internet. And so the NSA does kind of get to me, the thought of somebody monitoring what I'm doing on the internet, but it's nothing like too horrible. I mean, it is pretty bad, but it could be a lot worse. That's what I'm saying. Now, I've been thinking with Google Glass, I've been looking at the projections for sales, and by 2018, there's going to be 21 million, or at least projected. There's projected to be 21 million Google Glass models on the streets. 21 million people are going to have Google Glass. And to think about that, the potential for monitoring, that'd be like a NSA on the streets. 21 million people would have video feeds of other people, because it's from their perspective, so like of other people's daily lives. And those video feeds would just be open for government agencies like the NSA and whatever other acronym they'd want to call it if they have a different thing. So that's a potential. That's definitely one potential reason why you shouldn't buy Google Glass. And now that definitely is more ranging towards a conspiracy theorist sort of motive. But the other thing is, and this is something that is present today still with smartphones and with technology. And don't get me wrong, I love technology, but it needs to be in moderation, and lots of people are losing grasp and losing concept of reality because we have these smartphones and we see people are becoming isolated socially, and it's not good. And at this point, it's gotten to a point where most people are sort of just plugged into smartphones all the time, and human interaction is sort of down to a really low point. But it's definitely not as bad as it could be. And with Google Glass, one of my fears is that we're gonna become zombies. Like, we're not gonna interact with each other. We're just gonna constantly be talking to this Google Glass. And yes, they do have social networking features, and they have. I watched the teaser trailer, and they do have abilities, and it's all through Google Plus, obviously, because Google made it. And my God, maybe it's one whole promotion for Google Plus. It's a way to get people to use Google Plus, because they want people to use Google Plus, seeing as what they've done with YouTube and made it all integrated. I fucking hate that. But anyways, yeah, they do have social networking features like that, and I mean, it definitely is making social networking more social, just because of all the meetups, like the meetup scheduling and things like that. But at the same time, you're not going to be interacting, you're not going to be meeting new people, you're not going to be, social interaction is going to be down to a minimum, and you're going to be stuck inside this circle of people who you already know. Interactions are going to be cut down to that. And I mean, if technology keeps advancing in this direction of, instead of advancing for the better of humanity, advancing for the more convenient things, like just being able to ask this AI on your face about what things about stuff, like what time this is gonna happen, or who this person is, then if things keep advancing in that direction, then future generations gonna have no social skills and like social interaction is going to be non-existent. And I'm just afraid for that. And Google Glass is a major step in the direction of that, of us becoming mindless walking zombies. And then there's the whole possibility of the monitoring, having 21 million walking security cameras on the streets. That also scares me. But I'm fearful for humanity and how things are gonna turn out for us. I mean, like, things are bad enough already with the lack of social interaction between people, but this is just taking it a step further. I don't know. I'm afraid. And I really don't think that it's worth it. I don't think that you should buy a Google Glass because of these two reasons. Is it really worth it? Like skipping the time it takes to pull out your smartphone, or if you already have it out, like just to open the Google app to Google something? Is it really worth it to just be able to talk to this thing on your face the whole time? And I mean, this is just, it's another thing reinforcing the non-interaction between people. It's another thing that's sort of cementing that barrier, the social barrier that's already between people, because there's no, like, people don't just talk to other people anymore. And I mean, you could argue that people do talk to people that they know and people that, like, relatives and family, and yes, but there's no random social interaction anymore. And that was one of the I don't know, it's one of the things that makes humans humans. We're social creatures, and as soon as we replace our social behavior with social media behavior is when we lose one of these fantastic traits of humanity. We start to distance ourselves from our humanity so much that it blurs the line between making us technology-driven zombies and humans. One of the greatest things about human nature is the social interaction, the just being social creatures, and human nature doesn't have a lot of good things going for it. I mean, look at us. We're not fantastic beings, and I'm afraid. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think you should buy a Google Glass. I'm not gonna buy a Google Glass. But so I think this is where I'm gonna have to end it. Thank you for watching. This was a generally serious video. I don't usually do serious videos like this, only on topics that I really care about, and I really think I really feel like I have to put my voice out there. And I know it's probably not going to have such a great effect, seeing as only 30 people are going to watch this video, or at least I assume. But I feel like I have to make this video just to be able to get my voice out there. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate the support. Leave a comment telling me what you think. Do you think I'm right with this, or do you think I'm totally crazy and that I'm completely off? And like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and if you have time, tell me in the comments why. It really helps me out. I appreciate it. It helps me to make a lot better content. And check out some of my other videos if you want to see what my usual videos are like, and subscribe if you like those. It really helps me out a ton. And thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.
Search parties working double time. I have a feeling this was a diversion, but we have to make sure.
If it was just a diversion, sir, they certainly paid a high price for it.